Hey, 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 Anna Stropnik coming to you with this webinar today. So this is a part of our challenge that we're going to be doing next week. And I'm bringing you a really powerful training today. And then following, it's going to be Gay tomorrow and Vicky on Wednesday will give us some great insights. Vicky is going to be talking about on her daily method of operation, how she's bringing in at least 10 customers using the Live Long and Strong group. So she will be giving us lots of nuggets on this. And then Gay tomorrow is going to be teaching us on how to focus on action versus results, and the results will come at the end anyway. And today I'm going to be teaching you on how to use your Facebook profile powerfully so you can actually create leads by just like doing your posts and what to post, how to post, when to post them. So I'm super excited to share this with you. I'm just going to make these slides a little bit bigger, so let me see if this is bigger so we can see them. Perfect. Awesome. So we're going to talk about how to attract more leads into our business using our regular Facebook profile. So I'll just dive right in. So first thing, I say this all the time, your profile picture is super important. This is the first thing people, when they land on your page, they will look at is your profile picture. So it needs to be of you, simple, you and smiling. That's all it needs to be. The reason why it shouldn't be your pets, your family, your whole family, because that profile picture is so small, and this is the first thing that people notice when they're accepting your friend request, and it will determine if they're going to accept your friend request or not. And it will save them time from figuring out who is this person, looking out at other pictures. Some people will not accept friendship if you don't have your face as a profile picture. Does it have to be professional? Absolutely not. I still don't have a professional picture done. So just a picture of you smiling so they can see your face. That's it. Next is our cover photo. So here you have a little bit of larger space on your Facebook, so it can tell a little bit more of your story. So it can be simple, just like a beach. You're a beach person, you love the beach. It can be like mountains. It can be a picture of your family. This is a great place to put a picture of your family, or maybe your fur family, whatever that might be, right there. Maybe your favorite spot for vacation, your favorite quote, maybe a hobby. It could be anything like that. So have that as your cover photo. So don't post anywhere in your profile or cover photo the company we are working with or the product we are promoting, because that will just save people from reaching out to you and going straight to Google, and this is something we want to avoid. So that is really short and simple. And also, make sure you fill out your about section, your little tagline that says a little bit about you, because this is the third thing people will look at when they're looking at your profile. Is they're going to look at your pictures, then they're going to look at your tagline, and then maybe they're going to look at like last 5 posts that you made. So in here, don't put company name. We want to have that hidden. We want people reaching out to you to ask you, what do you do? I get this all the time. So the worst thing is like having like all your cards open, giving away your cookie before people actually get to ask that question. We gotta keep them curious all the time. So don't post in there your product name, your business name, nothing like that. So what I have as my tagline, I help working moms on their journey to unlock freedom and create a lifestyle they deserve. You can post something like cute with emojis, mom, entrepreneur, dog lover, fur lover, friend, wellness fanatic, outdoors, freedom, whatever, like, maybe like 3 to 5 things that say more about you and what you represent. This is another one that I took from Vicky. Vicky has this wellness entrepreneur, Pro 6, Team Heart co-founder, UK co-founder, helping people get healthy and wealthy. So look at the people who you are following, who you're admiring on Facebook. What do they have in their about section? It should give the kind of give you an idea what they're doing, but not everything. Don't give away the cookies. So look at maybe Rachel Jackson, what she has, Tara Wilson, Elisa Penton. Look at their tagline in their about section, what they have in there. You can put something like biohacker. I had a biohacker for the longest time in there, but not something that will, reveal what we do. So, so let's go straight into what to post, how to post on our profile. I always get lost in those like 17, 13, 3, 2, 1, whatever. I don't go by that, so this will hopefully keep it very simple. I post on my Facebook profile 3 times a day. If I post more than that, that's in the stories, so you can utilize Facebook stories as well. One great reason why we can do that, and I encourage you to post at least once a day in your stories, is because you will have people watching your profile. You will have people watching what you post. But in the stories, there's a little eye icon on the bottom where you can see who is stalking your profile. So it stays there for 24 hours, and you can see all those people who are not like engaging with you. They're not liking or loving anything, but they're watching. So it's a good thing to have like those stories. And those are the people you can reach out to. Hey, a long time, haven't seen you in a long time. How are you doing? You can just you don't have to say that you saw them, of course, but you can actually reach out to them and start a conversation. That's really powerful to actually grow your audience. So what is really important when posting on Facebook is to be authentic, to be you. What does that mean? So you want to be first of all, you want to create your own content with everything. So if you want to share a recipe, for example, please don't just share, like YouTube, whatever, recipe video and just click share from wherever you found it. Put your own spin to it. Like make whatever that cake or whatever the snack is, a smoothie, make it, post a picture of your smoothie that you made, like different things that you added that made it better, whatever that might be, but create your own content versus sharing somebody else's content. That goes for everything. So you see a cute video, yeah, it's all good and great, but Facebook is not going to grow your audience by you sharing other people's stuff, especially not other resources like other websites, YouTube. Facebook wants you to stay on Facebook, so it doesn't want you to actually go to a different site. So it's really, really important that we start now creating our own content, so be authentic. So something to think about is what is really like 5 things that represent you, what you want to be like, showing your audience who you are. So we all know we are passionate about wellness, but is it your family, your kids, the sports activities of your kids? Is it travel? Is it food? What is it? Pick like 5 things. Motivation, inspiration that you want to be talking about, and show that as kind of your live TV on your profile. Those 5 things, you can talk more about wellness, less about travel, for example, or less about food, but kind of have like an idea what you want to share. Because if you're sharing this and that and everything, people are going to get lost. We will not create that audience that is going to follow you for you. Okay, so that's that. So something to think about, you know, what are like 5 things that represent you, you know, think about that. So only positive things, no drama. I hate to see, like, you know, politics and, you know, murders and crimes and missing children and all of that on people's Facebook profiles. It makes me cringe. I don't want to see any negativity. I unfollow, I unfriend when I see that. So please don't be that person. You know, one bad post, one negative post can ruin like 20 of your positive ones. So don't be the one sharing that. You know, there's so much spam going on. You know, if that's not somebody like that is your neighbor that is missing, why do you have to share that? You know, somebody who you don't know. So no drama, only positive stuff, please, on your Facebook. Okay, so I know people are attracted to drama, but you're just going to attract wrong people. So what to post? You can post, I will show you examples of all of these. Quotes, your lifestyle, some fun stuff that you're doing, behind the scenes stuff, educational stuff. Also, always keep them curious. So your idea is like, you know, how do I keep somebody curious with my post, and how do I make them anticipate what's next? So one good example that I did over the weekend, on Saturday night I posted, I cannot wait for tomorrow. And people are like, you know, what is she talking about? Nobody knows, but they're like watching, you know, they want to see what is going on tomorrow. So the next day I posted a live video that my husband was coming home. So, you know, always like keep people curious and anticipate what's next. So you're kind of showing like the commercials to the movie, but not the ending to the movie, always. So, and only share your business or product post once a week. So we don't want to be spamming all about like the product on our profile, because what you want to do is you want to attract as many people as you can and attract daily more and more. And this is exactly what I'm going to teach you in this, how to create more likes, how to create more comments. And you probably think, you know, they're not cash, but they are. I'll show you at the end how you can cash in all of those likes and comments into money, into commissions. So like share your business or product post maybe once a week, but the rest of the stuff should be your quotes, lifestyle, fun stuff, behind the scenes stuff, and educational stuff. All right, so then, all right, so I'm going to start with examples. So this is just one example that I did recently. It's a curiosity post. So I posted, hey, guess what just showed up at my door? Yay, it's been a long 4 to 5 days without my fix. How else can a pregnant lady have energy and a clear brain? There's nothing stopping me now. No more tired naps and lack of focus and no energy to do anything. So what did I say with this? Did I mention the name of the product? I'm hiding it. If you can see, I'm hiding where it says Life Vantage. I'm hiding the last letter of the drink, so they can't Google it. You know, it just says X, right? AX. So the idea here is to talk about the benefits, what it's doing for you. So you can just use this example. Hold a little yellow pill in your hand, you know, and just briefly, you know, quickly explain the benefits, what it's done for you, why you're so excited, and you're like, why you can't live without this. If you skipped 3 days, you know, how like you went quickly on it, something like that. So always post a picture, you know, your picture of like maybe you holding a product, or, you know, having a product like this in a drink, but never showing the bottle. If you're showing pretend the bottle, you know, hide pretend them, you know, just turn it the other way around if you have to. So you want to keep people curious. You don't want to be pointing Zephyrhills water, you know, so you want to hold it like that. Like, oh my God. So anyway, so those are type of curiosity posts. It's like, as you can see, I do not have lots of comments on it and lots of likes. And that is okay, because this is something that I will post once a week. That's it. But I know that people who are watching all the rest of my posts are seeing this as well. And you know, I talked to a lady today who is ordering Protandim, and she's asking, "But what is that powder that you have?" So she saw that post, even though she didn't comment or liked it. So, you know, don't be discouraged if nobody likes these types of posts. It's going to take time, but just only post them once a week. So you want them actually wondering and asking, what is it? So this is a good stuff to post in your stories too, because then you can see that little eye who is actually watching it. Next one. All right, so quotes. So what I like now and what's been working and what lots of people now, or like all the social media gurus are doing, they're doing these types of posts where you're using only words, but you're making it short enough so the words are looking big. So you see, like I posted, like, master the art of ignoring negativity, your life will be happy. So the best is if you know a quote, if you look up a quote, something that's working for you, but just like tweak it a little bit so it's your own. It's in your own words. So you don't have to quote anyone. It's your quote. Post it, post a few emojis, and post this at least, you can post this once a day. It's great, you know, like in between all your stuff when you don't know what to post, just Google a quote, something that is speaking to you that day, and just post it in this way. Or using one of the colorful backgrounds, and you know, whatever like your color is, and just use kind of the same pattern every day. You know, don't like use red and blue and all over the place. Just like pick one color that you want to be your color and post it on that background. So why this is working better than actually sharing you know, quotes that are already made with text, they're not going to be showing as much, and people are not going to be sharing as much. So these types of quotes are being shared. I just posted something, I don't know what I posted today, but I had like 4 people share it. And then what you want to do with those people who share it, you want to go on their wall and post a comment underneath, "Thank you so much for sharing, thank you so much for sharing." So you definitely want to thank everyone who is sharing, to keep them sharing, because now it's not just your friends. If you have, for example, 300 friends, it's not just your friends seeing this post, but it's their friends of friends. So now you have like thousands of people seeing you and what you posted, and because they shared you, it's showing who the original who the original person is. So it's showing, pointing back to you. So they're great shareables. Okay, now another type of post is kind of like behind the scenes. Let people into your everyday life. So no matter what you think, you know, it's not like something exciting, but whatever you have going on, oh my gosh, I was like, I take advantage of, you know, going anywhere you're going, like going grocery shopping, you know, take a selfie in the car, and like, whoa, going shopping, who cares, you know, like going to the gym, being in the gym. If you have something big like this going on, like, you know, my company, my work through a baby shower for me. So these are the types of things you definitely want to share. And, you know, you don't want to be posting anything about business in that type of post, but look at the comments. I had like 44 comments and 182 likes and emojis and all of that. So it's absolutely a great a post, and it still keep coming. So when you have a post that kind of goes viral like this, you want to go back and, you know, always like make new comments. Just keep it alive as long as you can, because like all those Facebook posts don't stay alive for very long. So next type of post, I posted one of my live videos, but it does not have to be a live video. Educational post can be a post, doesn't have to be a live video, but you're welcome to use the live video format as well. So it's educating people about something. I posted like a really kind of interesting title for those who sell something online. Watch this video. And I know that it's not going to be just people who are selling something online, but there's going to be lots of other curious people who want to see what I have to say about that, because they're like, maybe, I don't know, disliking or watching, somebody selling something online, whatever that might be. So it had shares, it had lots of views, because of that kind of title that draw them into watching. So what you want in those educational posts, bring value, whatever that might be. I just saw a girl, who's one of my friends. She did a live video on how she cleans her blueberries from pesticides. You can do something, like read an article on how to, I don't know, how to get rid of headaches naturally, and post about that and post a picture. It can be anything that you find that your target market, that your audience is really looking for and they would appreciate it. So what can it be? Like how to naturally get rid of pain. Something that is kind of close to what we are doing, but not necessarily talking at all about our product. So you can post 5 times per week something educational that is kind of around in health and wellness. There's so many things like stretches, exercises, like a great energy drink, fat burning night drink, whatever you find that is super, super helpful. And so make sure you post like 5 times per week. But again, don't share somebody else's stuff. Create your own. It's so easy. So for example, you find the recipe. I found a great overnight fat burn drink, and I created my post, and post the recipe, and it's your own. Tweak it a little bit, but don't just share, just make your own. So take your time in creating these types of posts that are educational, that will really, really help to boost your audience and have people following you for advice. So next one is a lifestyle post. So a lifestyle post, this can be everything. You don't have to be living in a mansion, driving a super sports car, living on a beach, whatever. Everything is a lifestyle. I can tell you, I hardly ever leave the house. All of my posts like that are lifestyle are around my house, taking my kid to the park, picking him up from school, us like watching TV together, having lunch, breakfast, whatever. That is really everything that your lifestyle post should be. You can always use great filters to kind of improve like the way you look. The one that I like is called a beauty cam. Let me know if you wanted that one. It really like helps to clear out your like your tone. It contours your face, it slims your face, it whitens your teeth, all that good stuff. So it's a really great one to use. Thank you, Courtney, for telling me about it. It's a free app on your phone. So beauty cam, it's a great one. So whatever, like it's your park, you're going to the park with your kids, your hobbies, you're watching TV, you're getting a pedicure, reading a book. These are all lifestyle posts, and one post every single day is not too much. This is something that is really attracting people to you, who you are, what you do, and it's keeping them entertained and curious. Fun stuff. When your kid does something funny. So just think about like anything that happens to you during the day. Just take lots of pictures and post. But also, what you can do if you're like, oh my gosh, my life is so boring, I have nothing to post, you can use like old vacation photos. I know some of you like worked with me on cruise ships. We have like albums and albums of stuff, like where we were, where we went. every, like 3 times a week, you can pull out an old picture of you, like drinking cocktail in one of the Caribbean islands, or I don't know, like on a glacier helicopter ride, and you know, like things like that. You know, you can post that. That is going to be something that is attracting your audience so much and getting people onto you and like wondering what you're at. So like find pictures of your old vacations. If you don't even have that, you know, find places, pictures of places where you want to go. I always search for pictures of Ireland. I was searching for pictures of Bahamas before we were going, and posting those, because and I would tell them, you know, my team is going to the Bahamas, my team is going to the Bahamas, or I would post pictures of Ireland, our team is going to Ireland. So these are types of pictures that and posts that will attract your audience. So post them every single day. So post a picture and make a little text next to it. So you see, when you're posting lifestyle posts, it doesn't have to be anything to do with the business, just like, you know, like few sentences, whatever. So the next one, oh, sorry. The next one is, there we go. So the next one is the story post, and I love those. But this is the same like your product. The first one we covered is something that you would do only once a week. So what does this consist of? So you see, I posted like pictures of our last trip to the Bahamas. So what you want to do is break it down. You see in a paragraph. So nobody's going to read the long, boring story that is all one paragraph. So you have to break it down and put lots of emojis. Not too many, but kind of play around with emojis. So the first paragraph is always about gratitude. You know, how grateful you are for that week, whatever, you know, great time in the Bahamas. So I posted about that. The next paragraph, you want to take them on your journey through pleasure and pain. So, you know, like I posted a few years ago, we were struggling how we were going to keep up with our monthly bills, daycare costs, mortgage, cars, and could only dream about vacations like this. So you want to take them on your journey. You want to be as vulnerable as possible, because vulnerability is something that will connect people to you. They will, you know, people who are going through the same or similar things are going to be attracted to your story. So more vulnerable and more of your life that you, private life that you share, the better it is. So then, you know, I talk about, I share my story, how, like, you know, I was dropping Jack off at 7 in the morning and picking him up at 6 at daycare, and how I hated my life then. That I was tired. It could be about the product, how you used to feel and how you feel now. It does not have to be about lifestyle. But these are the points that need to be covered. So your next thing after gratitude is telling them your story. And then you want to share the solution that you find. So it could be the business, it could be the product that you found, and how you're excited about the future. So this is what you're posting. So you see here, I'm like, oh wow, you know, the future is looking so bright, just as it should be. Our team is going to Ireland next. And then I share a call to action here. Let me know, I'm hosting a webinar tomorrow night. I'm sharing how you get started. But your call to action can be anything like, you know, reach out to me if you'd like to go to Ireland next year. Whatever that might be, you know, message me. So this is your story post. And I think we finished with that. And do that one about only once a week. Only once a week do this. And you may think, you know, that your story is the same and it's boring and all that. But I mean, look at Rachel Jackson. She's sharing her story, the same story, over and over again every single week, and having like 100 likes. The key is having always new audience, always friending new people, so the new people can come and see your story. So you know, not the same post, but you can kind of get an idea. You'll get really good at this by practicing. So that's it. I think these are all the stories. So now you're probably wondering, how do we turn these posts into cash? I'll tell you how. So first off, what you want to do is you want to interact with every comment or like you get on your posts. Like your own post. Reply to comments with a question. So for example, somebody posts, hey Anna, like, hey Beth, how are you doing? How have you been? So post the question in the comments. Faster you do that, as soon as you have it post, faster you do that, more questions and more comments and more likes your post has in that initial thing when it's posted, more people it's going to be shown to. So you want to be active in your posts. When you get like to somewhat a viral post, like 50 plus likes, that's viral for me anyway, but 50 plus likes, you want to be keeping that post alive. So you may want to go throughout the day and reply to comments. You know, you reply to one in the morning, you reply to one in the afternoon, you reply to one in the evening. Go back a few days back and then post like a GIF or an emoji inside, like in the comment thread somewhere, so you get more and more audience. So you want to be doing that, you want to be building that post, but at the same time you want to go in a messenger and go and individually thank everyone who commented and liked on your post. So you can say, hey, their name, thank you so much for liking my post, how's your day, week, weekend going? And you can easily copy and paste this message, just change their name and just blast it off to everyone. So it doesn't matter if you have three likes, if you have 5 likes, if you have 20 likes, if you have 50 likes. You want to start doing this straight away, because that is something that is going to build your audience. Okay, so when you do this, also go on their walls, on obviously on people that you think might be the prospects. So do at least like 10 a day. Go to their walls and not just, you know, like something on their wall, but go and love and make a comment, you know, make a general comment, compliment them with something. So do 10 of those every single day. That will really, really help to get your eyeballs back. Because if you're just thinking that, you know, like people are just gonna come on my wall, everybody's selfish, you know, we all like just look at our wall and look at our own comments and our own likes. So they will really appreciate if you go and return love back. Okay, so that is what is going to build your audience. Now, so we're going to end with this. So how are you going to transition your likes and comments and ask them if they're open to a business? So when you're in that messenger, when they start replying, you know, you're welcome for liking the post and all that, you want to go and find something on their profile that you can compliment them about. I mean, you should be able to find, if you can't find nothing, then unfriend them, but you should find something to compliment them on. And then connect with them and share your story with them in the messenger, you know, and like share how your life used to be, and you know, relate to them in some way. Oh, you're also a mom, you know, so have that like little chit chat conversation, like to find a common ground, to find a common interest, and then ask questions. Be in control of that conversation, form them. So what does it mean? Ask them questions about form, family, occupation, recreation, motivation. Find out about them. In those questions, when you're asking, you know, tell me more about this, tell me more about that, you will find their pains. So their pains is something that is going to be a great way for you to transition and ask them this question. So you can go in and ask them, hey, I'm not sure this would be for you or not, but you mention their problem. You don't spend enough time with the kids, you don't go on enough vacations, you often get headaches, you have lots of pain, your I don't know, son has a problem focusing. Whatever they mentioned, you know, listen for that. And insert the problem into this message. And I might know of something that could help. Would you be open to learning more? If not, no problem. Always give them an out, because if they're not interested, some people have problems, but they're not interested in changing them, and that's okay. So always give them an out. If not, no problem. And that way, you are now transitioning them. So you will either get a yes or no to this, and then you can proceed by asking them to join the group and to take them in information that is specific to them. So how does that sound? So there we go. Hopefully this was helpful. I know it was a long one, but hopefully you got value. Let me know, drop me a comment below if you got value from this. I'm excited to hear all the rest of the trainings, and we're doing a contest starting on Wednesday. So let's have the best month ever. Love you all and have a great night.